Hello, my name is Sean, and today we'll be discussing Grizzly's line of 10-inch left tilting cabinet table saws, known as our G1023 series. This best-selling series of heavy-duty table saws recently received a major makeover. Nearly 2 years of refinement and design optimization went into improving an already very popular saw. The result is our new line of G1023R series table saws, featuring all the best from the old series and the latest in table saw technology. We are committed to supplying our customers with the highest quality, best performing table saw available, but we don't stop there. Grizzly table saws meet the new UL 987 safety standards that came into effect in 2010. In fact, Grizzly was one of the first to incorporate these new standards across their entire line, which also include riving knives. Let's get started comparing this series of table saws by looking at the G1023RL 10-inch table saw. This heavy-duty 10-inch cabinet saw is ideally suited as a workhorse in any commercial woodworking shop or the centerpiece of a high-end home shop. This saw features a strong 3-horsepower, 220-volt single-phase motor. Power is transferred to a 5/8-inch arbor via a wide serpentine belt system, providing more efficient, quiet, and smooth operation. The on-off switch is rail-mounted for easy access and features an oversized off paddle. A magnetic safety switch is standard and incorporates a lockout pin for added safety. The G1023RL table saw comes standard with an enclosed blade, a 4-inch dust port, and a hinged motor cover for improved dust collection. When attached to a dust collector, most of the sawdust is immediately captured and removed. A 10-inch by 40-tooth carbide-tipped saw blade is also included with this saw. The maximum depth of cut at 90 degrees is 3 inches. The blade will tilt a maximum of 45 degrees to the left, which will give you a 2 1/8 inch depth of cut. The maximum rip capacity to the right of the blade is 25 5/8 of an inch, and 8 inches to the left of the blade. The table saw arbor is long enough to accommodate up to a 13/16 of an inch stacked dado blade, and both the regular blade insert as well as the dado blade insert are included with this saw. Saw blade height changes are made using the large cast iron hand wheels. When you get the blade to the desired height, you can lock it in using the center knob. To tilt the saw blade, use the side hand wheel. And finding the perfect angle is easy using the front located angle gauge. An adjustable stop allows the user to quickly return to 90-degree cutting. The solid cast iron table is first heat treated to remove internal stresses in the casting, then milled perfectly flat and finally ground to a mirror-like finish. The saw also has a beveled edge and 2 T-shaped miter slots milled into the tabletop. These 2 features are designed to keep the miter gauge from catching when moving in and out, and to keep it from falling off when retracted. The miter gauge features a solid cast iron body and steel bar. The top, including the 2 cast iron wings, measures over 40 inches long by 27 inches deep, providing you a large, stable work area. The saw blade guard is made of clear plastic for great visibility, and each side has 4 independent pivot points for smooth feeding operation. You must never use this machine without the blade guard in place when making through cuts. The guard can be changed to a riving knife without the use of tools, which is part of the UL 987 safety standards. Consult your owner's manual for step-by-step instructions on how to quickly do this. The riving knife on the G1023R series moves straight up and down with the saw blade. Riving knives offer protection for operations that require the guard to be removed, such as non-through cuts. The riving knife helps prevent the wood from getting pinched on the back side of the blade, which can result in a dangerous kickback. And remember, the guard should only be removed for cuts that can't be made with it on. The fence on the G1023RL is a Shopbox Classic table saw fence. The 42-inch long side panels are easily replaceable and made of HDPE plastic. The HDPE is an abrasion-resistant material that is extremely smooth. The body of the fence is a heavy-walled rectangular tube for stiffness and maximum durability. A high-visibility scale allows for easy, precise, and repeatable settings. The fine-line magnifying cursor can be mounted on either side of the fence depending on preference. This fence system comes with super heavy-duty front and rear rails that are epoxy-coated for a long-lasting smooth finish. The fence can also be lifted off anywhere along its rails. This is a super heavy-duty fence built for years of use. The foundation for the G1023RL is a heavy-gauged, pre-formed, one-piece steel cabinet. The cabinet's footprint measures 20.5 inches by 20.5 inches and provides all of the stability needed for your daily production work. The G1023RL comes in 2 boxes with a total shipping weight of 509 pounds. The main box measures 29 inches long by 30 inches wide by 39 inches high. And the fence box measures 19 inches long by 57 inches wide by 7 inches high. Next, we will go over the G1023RLW left tilting cabinet table saw. The G1023RLW table saw is the same heavy-duty table saw as the G1023RL we discussed, but we made it even better by including a built-in cast iron router table that doubles as a table extension wing. The cast iron wing on the right side is actually replaced by a router table that goes from a 10-inch wide to an 18-inch wide wing. This increases your overall work surface by 8 inches in width. The router table includes a set of support legs for added table support. These give the table saw an incredibly stable work platform and have adjustable feet to compensate for an uneven shop floor. Also included is a universal T-track router clamping system. Most of the routers in your shop can be mounted under the router table with this system. The Shopbox Classic fence doubles as both a table saw and a router table fence. This system is much nicer and more convenient than a typical router table, where the fence is not required to be offset. Another great advantage is being able to make laser straight dados without having to change table saw blades. A safety guard is also provided for mounting on your shop-made auxiliary wooden fence. Fence adjustments are made quickly by simply loosening the fence locking handle and making the desired adjustment. If you already own a table saw, Grizzly offers the cast iron router table extension as an accessory for your existing saw. This router table equipped saw is available in a 5 horsepower, 220 volt single phase version as well by ordering the G1023RLWX. This is the most powerful motor we offer in a 10-inch saw and one that can handle your toughest power requirements. The G1023RLW and the G1023RLWX have an approximate shipping weight of 546 pounds and comes to you in 2 separate boxes. Box 1 measures 29 inches long by 30 inches wide by 39 inches high. Box 2 contains the fence and it measures 19 inches long by 57 inches wide by 7 inches high. These 2 table saws are examples of Grizzly's continuing effort to create innovative features that save our customers both time and money. Now we will go over the last of our G1023R series table saws, the G1023RLX with extension rails. This saw is taken to a new level with a huge 53-inch rip capacity and heavy-duty table extensions that replace the right wing. It comes fully loaded with the same great features as the G1023R series table saw we have already discussed. Let's recap some of the features. UL 987 approved quick release blade guard, a true riving knife, an enclosed blade dust extraction, high efficiency serpentine belt pulley system, top quality cast iron hand wheels, precision ground tabletop, and much more. All of this with the addition of the 7-foot rails, the heavy-duty table, and the extra support legs make the rip capacity of 53 inches on this saw hard to beat. This is more than enough capacity for ripping to the center of a whole 4x8 sheet of plywood. The rails weigh over 80 pounds by themselves, and the Shopbox Classic fence works perfectly with these longer rails. The included extension table measures 44 inches long by 27 inches deep and fits in between the long fence rails perfectly. The extension table is made of a hardwood plywood and a durable laminate surface. The support legs provide the stability needed for rails of this length. The G1023RLX has an approximate shipping weight of 586 pounds and ships to you in 5 separate boxes. The first box measures 29 inches long by 30 inches wide by 40 inches high. Box 2 contains the fence, and it measures 46 inches long by 20 inches wide by 7 inches high. Box 3 is the extension table, and it measures 47 inches long by 30 inches wide by 6 inches high. Box 4 is the extension rails, and it measures 88 inches long by 5 inches square. Box 5 is the extension table legs, and that measures 33 inches long by 5 inches wide by 4 inches high. A lot of boxes for a lot of table saw. All of the table saws we have looked at today have a powder-coated paint to ensure a scratch-resistant, long-lasting finish.